Okay, wrist so wet I might drown. Bitch, don't talk, you going out town. I done made 6 half for the whole week. Plug wanna play, then I'm going OT. I just made 4, 5, 7 on what? I hop in that scat and I'm bending your block. Nigga want scrap, well let it go rock.
We're here, right back in your fucking ears. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of the official Brunch Boys podcast. Welcome to episode 150. I know why we had to start with this, but we're gonna swap it though. Gonna give him this one, you know what I mean? Cause you know what episode this is. This is a Diddy episode, man. So you know, shout out to Casie, man.
Next selection.
She's a victim. Shout out to Casie. Y'all play this shit. Alright, that's enough of that. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 150. I'd like to give a shout out to all the teachers, nurses, therapists. If you need therapists, make sure you get one. Anybody that's, taking care of our physical and mental, shout out to you, and shout out to all the, bartenders, scribblers, of course. I mean, tip your bartenders is important. And make sure you like, comment, subscribe. If you fuck with us, already hit them buttons. If you're new to this, if you enjoyed the episode, make sure you hit the like button before you, and the subscribe button too. Hit the bell so you get notified every time we drop. Anything else before you? Nah, this episode is sponsored by, give it to him,
man. By our Scandi, Cuvee, champagne right here. It's only champagne that the official Brunch Boys drink now. So make sure you go out there, try you a bottle. Shout out to Banco Beverages for supplying these too, by the way. So yeah, get you one. Bottle's only $10. Oh yeah, sure. So some places that you can find them at.
If you're local.
If you're local, you go hit up the Go Puff in Bethlehem. You can go to Molly's in Bethlehem. You can go to the Morgan Hill Beverage Club in Easton. You go to Iron Beverage in Allentown. And you can actually go to Starlight Diner and Lounge in Allentown, too. They got it there, too. So that's just a few places for you. Bam, bam.
It's a low price. Tastes good. You could drink by yourself like we always do with every episode. Mm-hmm. And it's great to mix. Doesn't foam up like other cheap champagne. So make sure you cop yourself a bottle for any occasion. Birthdays, anniversaries, graduations, prom, whatever. Make sure you cop. And if you need a photographer for your proms and your graduations, holla at me, man. I got you. All right. We'll go to brunch of the week. Well, technically not brunch, but the spot that we went to, it's Infusions Cafe and Lounge, right here in Bethlehem on 3rd Street. We did an episode, our previous episode for this one. It's from that spot. It's our first spot that we actually did it inside the restaurant. So, shout out to that. And there will be many more, but that was the first episode that we did with that. So, guess we're just going to bring you our review after the fact. So, you know what I mean?
Well, the place itself, I know it's an old hookah spot, and I can't remember what the old name of the spot was. I've been trying to figure.
H2O, bro.
You sure it was H2O? I thought it was a different spot. Because I remember it was Essence. No, it wasn't Essence. It was the other one. Because Essence is where Alibi is now.
Oh, where Alibi is not. It's closed.
Oh, they closed that too. All right, well then, never mind. But I can't remember the name. But so you go to this spot. They got a DJ up in there. They're always playing like nice music up in there. They got the hip hop, the R&B, stuff like that. So you definitely get a vibe from that. It's a good place where you could take your friends and things like that. The food that they have, obviously it's called infusion, so they infuse the food with THC. So it is optional. Actually, you do not have to get it infused if you don't want. So when we went, our food wasn't infused, but the drinks were, right? Yeah. So but overall, it's a great spot. I would definitely recommend it.
Yeah, he double dosed us. Got me spending all night. Crazy.
Yeah, the first one, it hit me a little bit late, but then when I got that second one, it was over for me. Like the second I got home, I passed out.
Yeah. That That's the only thing. I'm not when it comes to what's it called, infusions and stuff. I'm a lightweight, so I like to take it easy. That was he doubled our shit, and then you know what I mean. I was kind of like I ended up so babbling, but hey man, I left it all in there. Y'all can go check it out. But yeah, no, it was nice. The food's real good. For anybody who loves, you know, infused food or infused anything, I like the edibles, the chocolate. You know, I take it little by little, but anything like that you like. Some people, especially if you have like pains and stuff like that, it's a great spot for you. If you just want a great meal, it's a great spot for you. We had the bang bang shrimp, the shrimp tacos, and the sweet and sweaty chicken wings. And the chicken wings were sublime. So definitely go check it out. If you're looking for some good wings, it's a good spot to go to. The tacos, whatever they put on the bang bang shrimp, that sauce.
Yeah, that sauce is A1.
Homemade sauce, whatever it is fire. So make sure y'all check that out. If you go there, highly recommend that. But we definitely highly recommend the chicken wings because those are top tier chicken wings, especially in the valley. It's a good spot for it. So if you're looking for anything like that, definitely go there. But yeah, other than that, you know, it's a dope spot. You go in there, get a vibe. They have the music blasting, which blasted all through the whole episode of last episode. So we'll see how that goes on YouTube. But yeah, other than that, that shit is it was good.
Yeah, we appreciate the hospitality too. Like they were really accommodating for us.
Shout out to them because you know, not always you gotta allow people to come into your restaurant and do like an in-person review on your food. So it was pretty dope and it was a great experience and glad we got to experience it together. So.
And just so y'all know, the review that we gave in the episode, it wasn't just because we were there. That's our honest opinion. Just so y'all know.
I mean, and he's very receptive. He, you know, even if we didn't like something, he would eat. He's like, it was cool for us to tell him. Sorry, my allergies. But yeah. I mean, we kept the buck. Nobody gets points for just having us anywhere. So if we don't like something, y'all gonna know. We just always be respectful, but it's always, you know, it's not for me. I told him that before we even got there. Like, if we don't like something, just be like, oh, it's not for us. I mean, could be for somebody else, but in the moment, it's not for us. So, yeah. But make sure you go check it out. It's a dope place. Great food. The drinks are amazing. It's BYOB as well. And you can bring your own smoke. You pay a fee. So if somebody who, you know, wants to smoke some weed, you could take it there. They let you smoke. Just pay a little fee. And then they have some stuff, too.
They need their medical card, too, right?
Yeah, you need your medical card. And they have stuff there for you to buy as well, which you also need your medical card. So, actually, do you for that?
I think if they give it to you, I don't think you need it. But if you bring your own, then you do need it.
If you bring your own, make sure you take your medical card. But yeah, other than that, if you like infused stuff, go there. If you don't like infused, go there anyway because
the food is still good.
Food is amazing, and they don't infuse it if you don't want to. So, yeah, and make sure you look at the chart because you know there's levels to everything, and you want to make sure you drive home safe. So, yeah, that being said, man, we've been missing out on some of the things going on, and we're here to talk about it. So you know, oh wait, I'll put my shit back on. Hey, come on, nah. Y'all know what we here to talk about. It's been going on. The Diddy trial is finally up. Oh, actually, no, you know what? Before I start that, introduce.
Ooh, conductor, you go first.
Yes, sir. Don't mind if I do. And introduce my co-host.
Mr. Big Fish.
What up?
And we got my son in town. My son in the building.
Freak ball.
Sound heavy.
He's just out here doing his thing, man.
Yeah. What's up with you, man? How you doing? How's everything? Chilling?
Yeah. Everything going great. I really can't complain. Like, everything going my way. And all I can say is I'm blessed, you know what I'm saying? Kid doing real well. All right, and I'm just living life.
Job treating you well, too? Said job treating you well,
Job
too?
treating me well. Every good thing going my way. So, you know, thank God.
That's what's up, man. How about you? What's going on, Chief?
Going all right, man. Living life, man. I've never been great. Never been greater, man. I'm in a good place. Yeah, man. living life, loving life. Everything's great. Can't complain about shit.
Yo, just so y'all know, probably when it drops. Shout out to the conductor over here. It's his birthday. Make sure y'all leave them happy birthday comments.
I wasn't gonna say nothing myself, but thank you. Appreciate it.
No problem.
I mean, they can make a little moves. I'm off all week, so got time for some things.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
I know you missed that strike.
Hell yeah, bro. Every day I go to work, man. I miss that strike, man. That was a great experience, yo. Probably never happen again. But I'm happy that I was able to experience it for 45 days. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but how you doing though? Before we get to this Diddy shit.
I'm cool, man. You know, the work just been kicking my behind, but outside of that, chilling. I just went hiking not too long ago, so yeah.
How's that?
It's cool. It was actually a dope experience. I want to do it more. For sure. I'm definitely going to be doing that more.
He was in the camper?
Nah, not this time. No, we just went up there. We just went hiking.
Oh, so he was in a tent?
No,
Hiking,
no, we walked.
Oh.
No, I was walking. We was walking.
I said camping.
No, I said hiking.
Oh,
Yeah, I said hiking. No, you good. Yeah, but we just did this trail. Like, it was a long trail, so it was like a couple hours of walking. Just chilling. I got mad videos and stuff. If you go on my Instagram, you'll see it on there. Link is on the bottom, just so you know. Link it.
Bet. So, Diddy. Y'all ready to talk about some shit? Should we dive straight into it about the craziest parts, or should we just break it down a little bit? What do you think?
I've tried to tap in as much as I can, so I'm gonna go off of what you got, and we'll just go from there.
The talent. We could be honest. The talent wasn't there. But
Diddy's a wild man.
Give her some leeway, bro. Early Rihanna around the same time was ass. Be honest. So, if she had time,
you mean like Ponder Replay Rihanna?
Yeah, trash, garbage, couldn't sing. So we gotta give leeway. You know what I'm saying? Around the same time, a lot of them were trash. So it's not her fault. Could have been better if she actually would have got the help. But you know what he did. God damn, that shit was ass. Anyway, regardless, we're here now, all right? And some things happen, and now we're at trial. What are y'all thoughts before we start this whole? Because we got some questions, about what y'all would do if y'all was in situations such as he is in now.
I would never be in that situation.
No, well, all right. Well, I got questions about like if you were the husband, right, and shit like that. But overall, what do you think about this situation though?
Yeah, I mean the shit with the husband is crazy though. Like to release it in court and hear all that.
No, we're not getting there yet. No, not yet. Because I got questions around.
Start rapping.
I got questions around that. So I'm saying, though, like overall, with the whole Diddy thing, like what are your thoughts?
I only follow it like on TikTok, so I be hearing it here and there. All I know is nigga got gray hair now.
That's all you know.
For real, I'm not really paying attention like that. For real. But,
I was trying to brush up on it, and some of the testimonies I was reading on.
I didn't do all that.
That man is bugging. I'm sorry, that he's wilding. Like, what was the one I was reading? I guess the security guard or whatever. When he caught Diddy stomping her and whatnot, and he tried to get her out of there, and then Diddy tried to pay him off to be like, "Yo, don't say nothing." And he was all like, "Yeah, I'm not taking that." Yeah, like stuff like that.
One of his people did though.
Nah, but I would say though, like, what's the difference what Diddy was doing and Hugh Hefner? Different? He was giving them drugs, having sex with them, paying them.
Those were voluntary to go. When you went to that house, you knew what that was about.
Playboy Mansion.
I just saw a video on a pair of twins, and they were talking about their experience, and they regret that shit. But it's like you went there knowing what the fuck was gonna happen. Like
Playboy
fucking
Mansion.
with Diddy, you didn't.
They knew.
Casie, no, Diddy only did that with her, bro.
Nah, Diddy. From what I seen or whatever, like, you know what I'm trying to say, Casie was kind of like orchestrating the freak off too.
Whoa. Yeah, nah.
Yeah.
Nah. Once she got into it, yes, I agree. She was, because he would. To me, I feel it was her. Guess what, my little this guy all into it. I guess she was That was her way. For me, how I look at it, that was her way of like keeping dude. You know what I'm saying? You ever had a like, you know how girls, right? They might like do something that they normally don't do just because they know you into it, right?
Right. But to appease
Just
you.
to appease you.
Right.
And that's what she was doing. Like if you read, so I seen they read the text messages off, right? And the text messages, it literally tells you like she was doing things because it was the only way she would get to chill with him. Like Diddy wasn't giving her no time like that. So she realized like, oh, he's a horny ass motherfucker. The only way I can really hang out with him is to do this with him. And so that's how she got into, you know, being the one to initiate it. You know what I mean? Because that was the only time she got to spend with dude.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like you ever had a girl that would do anything for you, bro? That's her.
That's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? Some fellas out there know it's like I had a girl like that before. Do anything, bro. Never said no. You know what I'm saying?
All right,
No matter you-
Spanish. I'm calling it out.
But like, you know what I'm saying? And this was Diddy's work, but he took it to the max where no man really takes that shit.
Yeah, he took
what I
it a
mean?
billionaire status.
He took it a different way to where, you know, most of us normal people. To me, I don't judge nobody on what they do in the bedroom, right? That's if y'all into that shit, y'all into that shit. Me, honestly, overall, I don't think he should be getting locked up, right? I don't.
Interesting.
I think that for what they did and what he did to her, that 20 mil paid out for that. Right?
Because it was a civil suit.
Yeah.
It was a civil suit.
So the 20 mil paid off for that. Plus, on top of that, the 10 million that she got from the hotel, boom, paid off for all that shit. If you once you sign the line, you accept money, anything that he did to you, that you were part of, boom, y'all even.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Now, anything else to do with that, I don't think he was trafficking shit. I mean,
But
illegally.
He
was
did
bringing
blow up Kid
prostitutes
Cudi
over.
car.
No, he did that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But that's still that 20 mil paid for that. Like that's how I feel. Kid Cudi ain't get none of that, but at the end of the day, and she kind of lined him up though. But at the end of the day, it still pays for that, right? What they're trying to get him on is him like bringing a prostitute, which I guess it's illegal. You can't be flying out prostitutes and, you know, doing all this extra shit.
But they prostitute. That's their job.
But it's illegal to be government prostitutes, bro.
Really?
Yeah, unless you in Vegas.
Once it turns into trafficking and all that,
Once you fly a prostitute out, you done.
That's a law?
Yeah. You can't even pick up a prostitute right now, bro. Unless you in Nevada, bro. It's illegal.
I think Nevada's the only state that is legal, then,
State,
right?
bro. You can go to a brothel. And they advertise escorts literally out on the street.
But how you really even prove that, right? Because she
Like,
could,
that's what
she
the whole
could.
trial is about.
That's what I'm
That's what
saying,
they're
like,
trying to
because she could fuck with you or whatever. Like, you know what I'm trying to say? Word.
What, a prostitute?
Yeah, she could fuck with you or whatever.
Nah, once money's transferred. Like they would go through like Casie's bank account. Like, oh,
All right, here's some bread to get your
no,
nails
like,
done.
He sent her money, she sent it to her prostitute, and then there's text messages of you being like, yo, he got text messages of him being like, oh, which big dick motherfucker do you want? Pick one. You know what I'm saying? Like he's wild like that, bro.
Oh Lord.
Yeah.
This other nigga used to watch too. Nah,
So
idiot is crazy.
Yeah, we gonna get into that, but for me, I don't think he should be locked up because he paid up for whatever he did to her. Once she accepted that, it's paid up, right? Because to me, if you want him locked up, boom, like we talked about before on this episode, on one of these episodes and shit, like if you want a motherfucker locked up, you gotta have him locked up, not just trying to. But she's trying to do both.
Yeah.
Get the money and lock his ass up. You know what I mean? And even when she was on, like, to me, the one thing where I was just like, all right, maybe he shouldn't be locked up is because when they were grilling her about him, she still loved this nigga, man. You can tell. Which is crazy to me after all this shit.
Ain't she like
That's what's so
pregnant now?
crazy about women, bro. Nah, she had kids already.
Okay.
And she pregnant. Yeah, she about to pop. She popping one out right now.
Okay, I was about to say.
But yeah, like, it's crazy, like, after everything that, you know, he's done and boom, boom, she'll still sit up there and be like, yeah, I got love for her, nigga. Like, that's crazy, bro.
That's insane.
Life complicated.
Life is crazy complicated. So,
Because she really do got love for him. At
Yeah.
the same time, like, you know what I'm saying? She want him to pay for what she did.
but he did. And that's how I feel.
Right.
He paid up for it, but the government trying to take him down. And I'm like, I mean, son already paid, man. He's a nasty man, bro. Like, I already
super
embarrassed his
nasty.
ass. Like,
Because they were just gonna let it slide, right? It's like it got federal got involved. That's the
once
reason.
you fly somebody over state lines, so it's federal, bro.
Right? Yeah.
You commit a crime, you go for state lines, federal now. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you kill somebody right now, you go to Jersey, boom, that's federal. So, shit like that, like, but yeah, man, I don't think he should be locked up. That's just, I know it might be an unpopular opinion, but I feel like he paid up for his shit already, you know. And I do not condone anything that he's done. You know, he's a disgusting man, you know. But for me, I don't judge people on what they do in the bedrooms. People are wild out here. They do wild shit. I once had a friend who was, you know, did the swinger lifestyle. So I've heard a lot of shit. And I'm telling you, some of y'all that might be living in a PG world, but there's some wild things that people do in their bedrooms. Your teacher might be into some wild shit that you have no idea about. You know, like literally, your boss is into some wild shit you have no idea about. So I don't judge nobody, based on what they do in the bedroom. My thing is, you know, the person's with it, they with it, and I mean, she seemed. We could break it down onto like, you know, I feel like them niggas was going broke, and I don't think that she's the reason why they sued the nigga. It's him. It's the husband.
Okay.
As a dude.
He always get that plot twist. Like,
You know what I'm saying?
I ain't think about that.
As a dude, think about it. Like, as a dude, you know, they was living, they had to go live with I think her parents, either her parents or his parents. They were that broke. You know what I'm saying? You went from flying on jets with this dude, living a lifestyle. He's paying for your rent. He's paying for everything. Now you get with a regular dude who saves you, and then now y'all living with his parents or her parents. I forget which one they were.
Oh,
But
word?
yeah, swear to God, bro. So they were living with one of their parents and shit. And then boom, you gonna sue him. Now, think about it. Why I think it's the dude that talked her into this shit. And I always tell niggas this, right? You better off, you always want to be the dude that, you want to be the Diddy in the situation rather than the nigga after the situation, right? Not doing damage, crazy damage, right? Like Diddy did. I'm saying, like, if you're gonna break a heart, you want to be the heartbreaker, not the dude that picks up all the pieces, ever. Because you think she ever gonna do a freak over this nigga in his life? Ever. Never.
No.
Nigga never gonna get a threesome. You know what I'm saying? The dude, he's picking up the pieces, and I'm sure he tired of hearing about that shit. Like, after some time, it's like, damn, yo, like, you gotta get this motherfucker back. Like, he can't do nothing.
Right. Like, you did what to my bitch?
Yeah, like she's telling him the stories, and he's helpless. Like, he can't do nothing. You can't touch Diddy. Like, you can't ever, you know what I mean? There's nothing you can ever do about the situation. He probably just keep telling her, like, yo, you should sue him. Like, we got to do something about it. Like, we about to have another kid. We ain't got no money. Sue his ass. And I feel like that's where that came from. Why people like, yo, why after all these years, da 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 da. If you heard her talking, bro, she would have probably never sued that motherfucker. But the dude behind it, though, the husband, he been hearing about it.
Right.
It's like, we got to get something out of this. He can't get away with this. You know what I'm saying? Got sue his ass, and then boom. Now it's out here.
So you think he just got in their ear
It's the
to
husband.
the point where they just kind of like, all right, yeah.
I think it's a husband. And
I feel like a lot of these cases is something like
gotta
that
put- you
too.
gotta put
There's
yourself-
money
if I'm
involved.
putting myself in that position, and if my shorty's telling me all this shit, I'd be like, yo, hell yeah, sue that motherfucker, yo. We can't get him for nothing else, so let's take his money.
It's Diddy.
Let's take his bread. You know what I mean? Get him for a couple mil. We ain't never got worried about nothing. Whatever I'm doing is not working. Whatever you doing is not working. We broke living here. You know what I mean? We could at least live comfortably if we get a little bit of money for what he did to you. And I can't do nothing to heal all the shit you've been through. You know what I mean? She caught herpes. She had UTIs. All this crazy shit. You know what I mean? So it's like, imagine that shit. As a dude, it's like you feel helpless. So it's like, yeah, let's sue his ass. You know what I mean? But I'm sure there's things that he's now learned off this shit that he didn't expect to hear though. that's the part that's like,
Right.
damn, bro, you might have opened a can of worms that you probably wasn't even ready for. 'Cause she told you some stories, but she probably ain't tell you all
Everything,
the stories.
yeah.
Though. You know what I'm saying?
And now that she's on the oath, now she got to tell it all.
She telling it all, man. And they got the text messages and all that shit. So it's like, when motherfuckers is reading off the text messages, you know, your girl being like, you know, she ready to go another round when they just had 4 hours and shit of some random ass dude beating, you know what I mean? Beating his meat in front of her or Diddy, whatever the hell they was doing and shit. Like, Think about that shit, man. I don't think that she, and even listen to her talk about, like, when they asked her about Diddy. Nah, she definitely didn't. She definitely wasn't going to sue him if it wasn't for this dude.
Mm-hmm.
Never. Still got love for dude.
Crazy. That's wild.
Man. Yeah. But the craziest shit, we could dive into the craziest shit about this Diddy shit. Craziest thing I heard was that Diddy liked for her to get nutted on. And then he would have her rub the dude's cum on his chest and rub it on his nipples, bro. So, like, you know what I mean? Like I said, I don't judge nobody based on what they do, but this is wild, bro. This is wild gay. Like, you know,
I saw that. I'm like, nah, my God.
My son definitely played. He played for the other team for sure. Like, he plays for the other team. There's no doubt about it. And there's only, like, even when you think about that shit, like, how do you even come to, like, even know you like that type of shit, though? You know what I'm saying? To me, it's like, there's, like, you think about it, it's like, you don't want to think about it, but there's only, like, two logical ways, bro. It's either you not know yourself when you was a kid, rubbing that shit on yourself, or a man did that shit to you. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Or a man did that shit to you and you just reliving that shit. Like, that, either way, that's wild. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And it's like, to me, it's like, damn, bro, like, to have a girl rubbing another man on you, like, I don't know, man. This dude is like, he's ill, like, mentally ill. Like, that's on another level that you don't even, like, you know what I mean?
A sick Negro.
Facts. That ass. And it's just like, I don't even know how you even get there. Like, how do you even, I don't know, I guess money just makes people, you know, right. What they say, money makes you more what you are already and shit. Yeah. So if he was already a deviant, you know what I mean? And all he was doing was just paying people off. Mm-hmm. So if you're already a deviant, all it is going to make you more of a deviant. Anyway, so,
you know, hindsight is crazy too. So you know that's on the One More Chance remix. So there's a line Biggie says in the song, something about sexing me while your man masturbates. Was he trying to tell us something?
Let's just be honest, yo. Biggie was mad. Biggie played on the other team. Like, there's no doubt about it. Man had the wildest, he had the gayest bars out of anybody in hip hop. I know y'all want to call him some people call him the GOAT, but some of them bars, bro, you can't recover from that. Like, that's,
oh my God.
You know what I'm saying?
Nah.
Like, you so sexy, I suck your daddy's dick. Like,
yeah, that was crazy. That was wild. That was wild.
You know what I mean? Like, you can't. There's certain shit that you say
that nigga was with Diddy
that you can't come back from. So it's like, yeah, man. I don't know. I think that him, Puff, nah, there was definitely something. That's probably how Puff discovered he liked that shit. Puff, what's his name? Big was probably doing that shit to him. Not on his chest. Wild.
So you think Puffy got rid of him to keep stuff from getting out?
What? Got rid of him? Mm-hmm. Oh, that's a different episode, man.
He said we not even gonna touch this right now.
No, I ain't touching that. I'm good. Yeah, that's different. I think if they had some shit on that, they would have been put that shit out. Especially with everything that's going on right now, they would have been put that shit out. Right? Yeah, but yeah, like some other shit, like they had the escorts that came on and they were talking about their experiences and shit with her. And the craziest one I heard was a dude that was like, oh no, from the text messages. He told her, right? She told him like, oh, the one prostitute that he wanted, that his girlfriend, he couldn't make it right away because his girlfriend wanted him to fuck her. And so Diddy told Casie like, oh, tell him not to fuck her. You don't want secondhand nut, right? And then he's like, he said, we want that for yo. He's like,
hey yo,
Diddy was different, man. He's just a different dude. I don't know, bro. But he, you know, my thing. I know people gonna be like, Casie was part of it, but real shit though, he had full control of her life, yo.
Yeah. I was about to say also the power dynamic.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Completely. It's like
she's a 19-year-old girl dealing with an almost 40-year-old
exactly
icon superstar billionaire.
Freak ball.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, so it's like, just think about that. It's like the CEO of the company dating the cashier. You know what I'm saying? Basically, how that shit was. And the motherfucker, she gonna do whatever. Just the same way we talked about what's the motherfucker that ran wrestling?
Oh, Vince.
Like Vince shitting on the girl's chest.
Yeah, no, Vince McMahon was
While he's
wild.
fucking her with one of his friends. Like shit like that. These dudes, if you really somebody that's like, oh, Casie was not bro, power dynamic, man. Diddy ran all her whole life. He paid for her apartment. He did all that. He
Had her in videos,
Had her in
signing
videos. Yeah.
contracts that really
Come on
didn't
now.
exist.
She was in a 10 album contract. You really thought she was gonna drop 10 albums? Come on. Come on now. That's just a way of securing that, you know?
Right.
But she was to me, she was just a girl that was just trying to, you know, spend time with dude, and she found out he's a freak, and that was the only way she could appease him and have him come around and spend time with him. Yeah, definitely. I could see why she did, only because I've dealt with girls that are willing to do anything to be with a nigga.
That's crazy. Jesus
They willing
Christ.
whatever you ask type shit. So there's really girls out there like that. I know people that can't wrap their mind around it. There's literally girls out here like that that's really down with the shits. That's like, no matter what you want, they're gonna give it to you. And he loved control because he wouldn't he'd be upset if she was fucking with regular dudes. She could only fuck somebody if it was in his power. When he told her who she could fuck and shit like that. So like there's stories, you know, Cuddy, when he testified and shit. I seen Thug called him a snitch. You think he's a snitch?
Nah, he's not.
Look,
Because
he
he's
blew
a
up my
civilian.
car. Like, what the hell?
He's a civilian though, so you feel me? Civilians can't be labeled a snitch.
Word.
He's not claiming like he gangsta now.
I don't think so either.
His name Kid Cudi.
Word. And like I was saying before, like it's never good to be like we'll go with the husband shit that I was saying before. Like it's never good to be the guy afterwards. Like when you meet the girl and she's now going to church and shit. You know, after she just got done being a freak for like 10 years and she going to church now and you just the guy that meets her and you got to deal with all her trauma and shit.
But like niggas can't spot that though.
You could.
Right, you could spot like that.
But that trainer came in at the right time. She needed somebody to save her and he saved her.
All right, but niggas, not all niggas could spot that. A lot of niggas is regular.
Yeah,
you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
Because there's certain tendencies like she probably have. You know what I'm trying to say? That tell you like, you know what I'm trying to say, what life she lived.
Facts.
Word.
And I feel like also you don't want to be that guy because the guy before you that hurt her like that man forever got the key, bro.
True.
I feel like if Diddy ever wanted to activate that key before this whole thing, bro, he could have been activate that shit, man.
It's just like you
Been
said.
the key in the door.
She still got that soft spot for him, so
Yeah, man.
it wouldn't be hard for him to activate that. So you definitely got that point there.
Yeah, man.
Damn, man.
And the crazy part, right? So being like as Diddy, like I feel some type of way. So like there was a part where he made the mom and the dad pay him like $20K because he found out she was cheating on him, right? Which I don't even know how they even call it cheating because the son was just having her fuck everybody. Like she said she don't even know how many of those things they had. So it was hundreds of them freak offs that they had over 10 years, which is crazy. But he actually made the parents, they took a home loan out and they gave it to Diddy, bro. But he sent it back. But the fact that your parents still have to pay to do you dating is wild to me. But either way, if I was Diddy, I'd feel some type of way too if I was a billionaire and shit because I'm paying for your whole lifestyle and shit. And then I hired dude, right? I hired the dude and you left me for dude that I hired. The crazy shit is that he hired dude to train her for the free calls, bro.
That's wild.
To get her in shape, right? Oh, he didn't know about the free calls, but he was there to get her in shape, right? Make sure that she was fit and she had, stamina to keep going for the free calls. And he stole the girl, man. That's crazy. I'd be pissed too. I ain't gonna lie, yo. That's why,
Yeah, but he got years out of her.
Oh nah, he wore her out. He wore
He
her
wore out, yeah.
He got years out of her. So
And the thing too is like the text messages. You could see like as the years went on, you could see when she started getting tired of that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like before, she wouldn't even talk back. Right? It's whatever he said. Like she wouldn't text back I mean, no, he wouldn't text back. In the beginning, he wouldn't text back. She would text him. Literally a whole day go by. You know how it is. Whole day go by. You don't text him. Then boom. The next day, you hit him like, yo, I was busy. My fault. Blah blah blah. Right. That's how Diddy was on type of timing. And that's why she would always like initiate. The only time he would really reply when she initiated the freak off type shit. And that's why people see like, oh, she was partying. No. It's because that's the only way she could get his attention. You know what I'm saying? Even at one point, she was like, what's it called? I want to see you with a girl for, to switch it up. That nigga ignored her. And then hit her back like, yo, did you choose a guy?
Puffy is wild, yo. What's wrong with this ninja, man? Guy's crazy.
Yeah, I said pussy. Nah, I'm good.
So, yo, did you?
Oh my god, this guy is crazy.
Hey, yo, I got it.
But that's the type of time he was on. Like he was on some like, but in the beginning, it was all like she would text him and she would text him over and over again. Hello, you there? Oh, you must be busy. You know how girls do. You must be busy. Da 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 da. But then as time went on, she close to the end, she wasn't hitting back. Where he got tight and he was like, "Yo, what took you so long? Why you not replying?" When he was talking about a freak off, and she took like 40 minutes, and he like, "Yo, what you doing? Why you not replying? Don't be doing that shit. When I hit you, put me on." He was like, "Put me on some emergency text message only for my name or some shit, so that when I text you, it go. You know what I mean? You hear it no matter where you at, type shit." Like, yeah, I'm telling you, as the years went on, you could tell when she was getting tired, and he wore it down, bro. And that's how this dude came in and swooped her right under. You know what I mean? But only definitely, I mean, he was broke, and they moved with the parents and shit. So that's why she ended up suing him. And I think it's because of him though. I don't think she would ever sue him. If it was up to her, she would never sue him. You know what I mean? Yeah. So yeah, man, shit crazy, man. Wild shit. He said, hold that. Told her to tell dude to hold that nut for him and Casie, bro. That's wild.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, shit's wild. I don't know. I don't think. What do you think though? You think he should be locked up?
So based off of everything that y'all have said so far, you have a point. Based off of, the money that's been involved in all this, the way she's moving, the involvement of the husband. Like, maybe he shouldn't, but for optics, they gotta put him away. Because
All right, explain that.
when I say optics, I'm talking about like, the outside noise that you see, like, these outlets and everything. It's like, you hear all these stories about all the freak offs that's been going off, this, that, and the third. And if he walks away out of this like scotch free, it's not a good look, because it's like, oh, you can orchestrate all this sexual nonsense with these freak offs and whatnot.
How do you walk away scotch free? He lost 20 mil. And he's probably losing more per day trying to defend himself.
Yeah, but he a billionaire, so I don't think that would matter. But I get what he's saying though with the optics.
Because 20 million to like you or me is not the same as 20 million to him.
I mean, 20 million to me and you ain't got it.
No, but what he's, I understand what he's saying.
No, I know what you're saying. Yeah,
I understand what he's saying.
Yeah, but it's like at the end of the day, I'm like, I mean,
it's like my fault to cut you.
No, you go. Go ahead.
It's like making an example out of somebody. Yeah.
Oh, for what though?
Like, you can't be doing this. You can't be flying prostitutes out, drugging them. Cause I don't know. That's just the law. I don't make the.
I mean, yeah, obviously, you can't be flying them out and drugging them,
right?
Obviously, but I'm saying though, like if two people are, if you're a billionaire, right, and you want to have nasty parties, like, what's it to anybody's business? You know what I mean?
No, I'm not saying did he right or wrong. I'm just saying, like, I understand, like, you feel me? If you're looking at law, what he's saying, the optics, like how they want to go about it, like, you know what I'm trying to say?
Optics ain't law though.
No, but like, you feel me? Like, send an example. Like, sometimes they make an example out of somebody. Like, y'all can't just be doing this because
there's out of the.
It's not really just Casie though. It's all type of.
What I'm saying, like in the world, right? So, not most people can't afford to do what they were doing. So, like, you set an example for what? 0.9% of the population that's rich enough to be able to do that shit.
Yeah, but look at it like Jeffrey Epstein, like you feel me, Diddy, Bill Cosby,
But,
R. Kelly,
some of
like
them niggas is doing right
it's
in
like
the
a
open,
trend
though.
going on.
Nah,
you feel me?
They try and get the old motherfuckers that
That's
they
what I'm
let-
saying.
They let do their thing, but like R. Kelly and what's his name, Bill Cosby, they did it wide in the open. Like people knew Diddy was paying people off, right? Whenever they will find out about things, like something would happen, he would pay people off. Excuse me, but these other motherfuckers was like Bill Cosby had a whole tape of how he was raping girls, bro. Like literally a whole album, bro, about how he was raping girls, and nobody ever did shit about it until when he's an old man that's, you know what I mean, ready to die and shit, and they want to do some shit. But to me, it's like the optics. Who give a fuck what the people say? You know what I'm saying? Like that. I don't think you should be in prison for how it looks to the people. Like if it's illegal, it's illegal.
But Tory Lanez is doing time right now because how it looks, and he ain't even shoot.
Oh yeah,
We gonna get to that. We gonna get to that.
But that was the optics. The optics
Yeah,
put him in
Nah,
jail.
but that was orchestrated to make sure that he got locked.
Orchestrated optics, same
Nah,
shit.
but how it looks, how it looks to the public. Like if you want to release some stories, like, oh, this is scandalous. What a motherfucker doing? Like if motherfuckers at home doing some wild shit, like if you having 20 bitches come to your crib all the goddamn time, and you throwing some wild parties, and then you know you let's say you have some type of name to yourself in the city, right? Right? You big in the city, right? And then you throwing wild parties, all these girls coming through all the time, boom, 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 boom. Then your neighbors complain, and then they look into it, and it's like, yo, you was sending all these crazy messages to bitches and this and that. And they put it on the news, bro. You shouldn't be penalized for that. That's what I'm saying. Like, just be the way it looks to people, just because they can't imagine themselves doing that shit, doesn't mean you should be penalized for it. Unless, if he's doing some
But he
illegal
did
shit,
break the law though. If we're gonna keep it a stake, he did break the law because like you
don't
said,
know
you
that,
can't
though.
fly out prostitutes and.
but we don't know that. It was flying into cities. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I don't personally know from anything I've seen. I don't know if he actually flew anybody out. What he was doing was whatever city they were going to, they was hitting up whoever's there. You know what I'm saying? The prostitutes that they hit up,
And they're local, basically. It was just
I'm
saying.
thinking, I don't know, they might have flew. If they flew one out, he broke the law. You know what I'm saying? I'm not sure for sure, but he might have flew one out, 1 or 2 hour or whatever out. But if he's in the city and he's bringing them over, right? It's illegal to pay them. If they could find a trail of them paying for the services, and obviously they're on the stand saying, yeah, he paid us for our service. But to me, I don't know when the statute of limitations on that is for you paying a prostitute. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So to me, it's like if we just gonna lock him up for how it looks because he's a nasty man. Yeah, he's disgusting. Right? Some of this shit unimaginable. I couldn't like they talking about he's the one dude was like, yo, literally came to the Casie hired him for a party for her girls, right? He gets there, it's only her. She's like, oh, me and my husband are just trying to create a scene. Dude goes in, they pay him $800, right? Pay him $800 up front. Goes in. He said there's a bowl of hot water and baby oil and shit. Right? Boom. Got to warm up the oil. So hot water and baby oil. Warm the oil up. And he said that Diddy walks in the room and all he has on is the what they call him? A fucking baklava, whatever the fuck it's called.
All the head
Shit
wrap
that
thing.
the ladies wear, you know. You know. He had that on only, bro. Then he walked in butt ass with this shit on, right? Walks in butt ass with this shit on, sits in the corner, and they ask dude like, what did he have y'all doing? Because that had lasted so long. This dude created a whole scene, bro. He would have them sit across from each other, looking at each other, oiling themselves up while he's sitting in the corner, bro, butt ass naked, oiling themselves up, looking at each other, trying to turn each other on. Then he'll have them start masturbating while looking at each other and then get closer and closer. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was creating a whole porno while he's sitting in the corner beating his meat. Bro, if you into that type of shit and you into that, I ain't gonna judge a motherfucker. Yo,
I hear you.
That's not my type of vibe. I don't want, I can't do no, like, I can't, for me, I don't even know how dudes could do run a train on a chick. With a bunch of dicks in the room, I'm cool. I'm gonna get soft and walk out. I can't do that. I can't even do this. I can't even fuck with the same chick that my man is on the other side of. Like, That's crazy to me. I never understood dudes that could do that. To me, that's you type gay. Like
This is why he calls himself the conductor, by the way.
I'll be honest.
If
You know what I'm saying? Like you already partially there. Like you almost on Diddy status when you do that type of shit. Any man listening that's ever done that shit, you halfway to Diddy, bro. Like you already crossed that line that you shouldn't be. Like, because if I'm a buster, I don't want no man's in the room with his meat out. Like that's wild to me. So to me, like he's sitting there creating a scene, doing his shit. If you pay for it, nobody. Hey. It is what it is. That's how y'all move. That's how y'all move, man. There's literally whole swinger lifestyles out here.
I'm with you on that sentiment, by the way, because it's like, for me, it's like if I ever had to have a threesome, it was like me, another dude, and a girl. It's too many rules I gotta follow, and I'd rather not put myself through all that. I don't even call
that a threesome. Yeah. I think that's gay.
With two bitches?
With two dudes.
No, two dudes.
Oh, nah, I'm sorry.
It can't be.
Yeah, obviously.
I would never call that a threesome. That's not a threesome.
They don't call it a threesome. They call it a trade.
You know what I mean? Like,
some people do call it a threesome.
Some people do.
Some people do call it a threesome.
Yeah,
they do.
Literally, one of our mans, he did that in college. He was like, "Yeah, it was a threesome." I was like, "All right, bro, yo, whatever you into, bro."
Oh yeah, that's wild.
Yeah, but like for me, it's too many rules that you got to follow, and I'm like, I'd rather not go through all that. Let me just know me in that situation.
One rule for me: don't do it. That's it, bro. Yo,
they're trying to make you seem corny when you don't.
I'm good. Right. About that, bro.
I'm good.
If we both want to hit. And you want to hit that bag that you want me in there, I'm cool, bro.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's never that serious to me.
You know what I'm saying? I'm cool, dog. Like, yo, go ahead, man. Enjoy it for both of us.
Yeah, it was never that deep.
Never that deep. You know what I'm saying? There's enough to go around. It's never that deep, man. I mean, and she, you know, but I don't even know what my point was. But, yeah, you know, Diddy was into some crazy wild thing. But what I'm saying is the optics. Like, if they could prove he didn't do nothing really illegal. Or if any of the statute of limitations ran out on some of them things you could charge him with, I don't think he should be locked up. You know what I'm saying? That's my whole shit. I think.
Well, I'm saying they're not even gonna get him for a free call. I don't think they're gonna get him for a free call for domestic violence.
The DV. No, that's what I'm thinking.
No. That's not what he's charged with.
It was like the sex trafficking and the racketeering. That's what it was.
Oh, all right. Because she can't put that on there because the domestic violence was for the civil suit.
Yeah, the statute of limitations ran out on that.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So he paid up on that already. That's what I'm saying. Like all the other shit, it's like y'all gotta prove that shit. And to me right now, I don't know if they really proved it.
Yeah, I think he's gonna beat it.
It's looking like he might.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, it sounds like he say, she say.
That's what.
And I feel like your point you're trying to make is he shouldn't be locked up for being a nasty man. It is what it is. That's just what he's into.
People want him locked up because they can't imagine doing that shit.
Right?
To me, that's crazy, bro. Like. Bro, there's people out here doing wild. Yo,
yeah.
There's a website. Never mind, I ain't gonna tell y'all
that. Y'all know what's going on these streets.
I hear you.
There are websites out here, bro, of like freaks on some wild day. There's people that be look. The one I said it on here before. The one y'all was invited to a like a sex party right in New York for New Year's, bro. When I tell you, when I saw the video, it was just mad dudes standing around a bag. Girl getting fucked and they all beating off, bro. Like that's the type of things that's out here, and that's normal people. Now imagine the rich people. You know what I mean? What they doing? You know what I mean? Like I literally, like I said, I knew a girl who threw. I used to work with a girl who threw swinger parties. Her and her man threw swinger parties, and the shit. I used to ask mad questions, bro, because I'm like I don't know lifestyle, so I want to know all about that shit. So I used to ask mad questions and shit, bro. Some of the shit she told me. It would baffle you. And she used to tell me like, yo, this is people that's, you know, in government, people that's teachers, that's nurses, people that's in positions that you would be like, oh, you got to be clean cut. But nah.
Like CEOs and stuff like that, right?
Home, bro,
listen, these people want to have fun. They want to live their life.
So to me, it's like, if you out here doing some wild shit that we can't imagine, just because we can't imagine it, because we can't put ourselves in your shoes, you shouldn't be locked up for it.
So do you think that stems from the fact that people have so much money, right? So they get access to like certain things that a normal person wouldn't get access to. And then it's like they get so much of it, they just get bored. So they just start experimenting and just doing other stuff.
Obviously.
Right.
I mean, obviously, like,
that's what's going
you start doing wild shit. But to me, like, you don't start sucking meat because you got the bread. Like, that's wild. Like Dwight Howard. Like, you don't go full Dwight Howard because I'm bored of pussy. Like, you know what I mean?
Yo.
That to me, look, if you was to me, there's no, I get it. If you have access to a lot of vagina, right? regular vagina might get boring to you, but then I'm sure you get 2, then you get 3 at a time, then 4 at a time, and it's like da 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 da. But I don't ever see in my life where you get to a point if you weren't already into that shit that you'll be like, all right, I felt all the pussy I could get. Now I'm gonna start sucking meat. That's wild, bro. Pause. That's crazy. That's always been in you. All it is getting, you know what I mean?
Right. Motherfuckers just want to make excuses for it.
Yeah, don't make excuses for it, bro. Like, you've always been that. You just didn't have the money to, you know what I mean?
Oh, my
You've
God.
always been that. Like, it just, because there's no way, there's nothing in my mind that, like, yo, if I get some bread and you start getting, you can fuck all the bitches in the world, that I'm going to just go have a girl just throw men's shit on my chest and rub it on my nips. Like, that's wild, bro. There's something that's already in you.
It was something like
there,
just
bro.
deep inside. It was just
I
like
mean,
it was always there.
You're not going on some Dwight Howard shit, hit up a man and be like, yo, send me the meat. Like, that's wild.
Yeah, that was crazy.
And you
Nah,
have
Dwight
20
was
kids,
bugging.
bro.
Yeah, Dwight was bugging.
I don't think he's bugging, bro. Dwight, he likes men. He ain't bugging. Doing what you like, bro. Like I said, I don't judge nobody on what they do, bro.
Right.
So, all right, so I have a question with Dwight. So, do you think that, you know, him having all these kids with these different women, right? Do you think that was like a cover up for him, what he was really into?
Nah, I think Dwight like both.
Or you just think he
Dwight
thinks
like both.
everybody can get it?
I mean, because it could have been, I don't know what they call it, beard? That's what they call it, right? When you have a wife and kids and like a gay dude.
Oh, I know what you mean. Yeah, it's like it's a cover up.
It's a cover up.
Yeah, nah, I hear
It's
you.
like
I got
beard,
you.
they
Yeah,
call it
yeah.
a beard. But like, for Dwight, I feel like, I mean, he always liked both. But he probably had the opportunity to explore it more when he's got money and shit. Like, right now, he don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? Yeah. But I think, like, that generation, bro, like, our generation now is like, oh, if you gay, it's cool. It's fine. Nobody cares, right? Their generation, like, the older
Oh,
generation,
when we was growing up, hell no, that's not
it's
flying.
not cool to be gay. Like, so it's like, Diddy and them, like, they gotta be the tough guy. Like, da-da-da-da. So it's like, they can't even, bro, he's doing the gayest shit. And somehow man still don't think he gay. Like, bro, you gay, bro. You know what I'm saying? You gay. Like, that's all we at right now. Somebody just gotta sit down with a therapist and be like, yo, bro, like, you like men, like, clearly. You're not sitting there being your meat to another man, telling another man to hold his nut. And then telling your girl to rub that man's nut on your chest and on your nipples, and then being like, yo, going home and being like, you straight? Hell nah, dog.
I don't know how that. I don't even understand how that turn you. You feel me?
Some people they into what they into.
But that's one thing. That shit is so specific, bro, that it had to be something. You know what I'm saying? That's not no shit that you like. How do you even discover that? You know what I mean? Like, that's so specific, bro. It's too. That's my thing. It's too specific for him to not be like, yo, bro, like, yeah, nigga, you like men in some type of way, bro. You know what I mean? Whether you trying to deny it to yourself, like, it seems like he's fighting. He was trying to fight that, but bro, you did 100 and, you know, you did like 500 free calls because they asked Casie how many, and she's like, yo, it's too many to count. That's how many they had, and for hours, bro. Shit would last 5 hours. Imagine, bro. I ain't trying to even fuck no bitch for 5 hours. I'm good.
But it's like, but it's like he said, we're in 2025, where it's like
After 2 months, I'm
everything's acceptable. Like, you can come out and just be like, yo, this is what I'm into. Everybody's just gonna be like, okay.
Nah. Don't tell us we. Nah, yo. Hell nah. We don't need to know what you into, bro. Yo, you into that? Cool.
Yeah.
But we don't need to know that. We don't need to know that. I don't think I've kind of the only part I feel bad for him is all this being out for his kids, right? Your kids don't need to know none of your sexual escapades and shit, and we don't need to know that either. As a public, we don't need to know what you really into. I don't think this should have ever really came out. He should have just paid up and let this girl go about her day. As soon as she came up to him about it, he should have paid up, bro. You know what I mean? And not ever let this out. We don't need to know that who you like, what you like. That's none of our business. Like Dwight said, what's it to us? You know what I mean? He's like, a lot of niggas is mad because he doesn't like them. Could be true. I don't fucking know. I just think it's funny. I think it's all jokes. We got jokes for everything. You know what I mean? In our community, when some serious shit happens, we got jokes.
It's always like that.
It's always the jokes. And I just don't feel like we need it. If Diddy's gay, for real, we don't need to know that. That's not our business, for real.
It's not.
We're just speaking on it right now, but it's only because it's in the open. But in reality, he could have hit that for the rest of his life. And if nobody would say nothing about
We
it,
wouldn't care.
it wouldn't even matter.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
All right.
You shouldn't judge nobody, and also nobody needs to tell you exactly what they into. Like, that's not our business to know and shit. You know what I mean? But
But I mean, if he willingly shares that information, I'm like, no, I don't think people are gonna make a big deal.
I mean, but we could easily tell Diddy was into something.
Exactly. He looked like it.
He looked like it.
Whatever they say he did, he did.
He looked like it. He looked like it. And the way he was,
telling you.
the way he was talking to people, like, was
Take
crazy.
that. Now let me stop. Let me
Like, the
do
way,
this.
you know what I mean? Like, he was calling people daddy, and I was just like, yo, bro, that shit gay.
Maybe
as
he
hell,
be
bro.
rubbing up on people and stuff when he's talking to them. Like, yo, relax,
Ain't
bro.
telling Meek he deserve it. Like,
So when do like Justin Bieber and Meek Mill and all them come to the stand?
Justin hurt. Justin, he turned to God, bro. That
That's how you know he did something. Every time niggas turn to God.
Bro, that's why thank you for bringing that up. I be saying this all the time, bro. When you see a mother, Diddy did this closer to when this shit was happening. You start talking about love and God. Those people, he's going into court with a Bible. When people start doing shit like that, yo, deviants, yo. I'm telling you, this is you've hit the rock bottom. Those are the worst of the worst, bro. I'm telling you, worst of the worst will always turn to God in the end when they know they have no options left, bro. And that's how it always is. You got to watch out for the people, and that's why it brings me to when I say you don't want to be the dude that meets her when she's trying to change her life, because now she's going to church. Why you doing all that now? You know what I'm saying? You've hit the bottom. What's wrong with you? Now you got to clean up the mess. You don't ever want to be that guy. It might sound nice, and some girls are gonna be like, "Oh, only a real man." Fuck all that.
Exactly. You see how they
Fuck
trying to
all that.
manipulate?
Don't try to manipulate me. Don't do that. Don't try to manipulate me into living a
Right.
whole life.
Exactly.
And I need to. Why can't I meet somebody clean?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Somebody unweathered.
Yeah.
That's what we call them, the weathered. I want to meet somebody unweathered. You know what I mean?
Right.
I don't want to have to go to the fucking ceiling the roof and clean that shit off every fucking day. I can't have a nice new built house. You know what I mean? That I could fuck up myself.
That's crazy. That's wild. But nah, I hear what you trying. Nah, I get what you're trying to say though.
I'm
Yeah.
clean up somebody else tore this house up, and now I gotta come in and gut it out and clean it and rebuild it, and then so that you could call me a room. I don't give a
Yeah,
fuck.
nah, that ain't fair.
You don't wake up with me every day. Like, I don't give
Yeah.
a fuck about how I look. That's what I'm saying. You don't
That's
give a
not
fuck
fair.
about how you look to people, man. It's like, you're not a real man. Like, oh, if you're not going to take care of your kids, you're not real. Nah, fuck out of here. If that man's a better man, then he's a better man than me. That's how I always see it. If he's willing to do that shit, cool. Let him do that shit, because I'm good. I'm good. I'll take the easier route. The route that's meant for me is what I tell him. Yeah.
You gotta live life for yourself.
Yeah. Somebody already came through and fucking chopped up all the wood on the way there, bro. Trying to create my own path. Not rewalk that path. Hell no. Anyway.
Sounds crazy.
Just saying, man. I'm speaking facts.
You right. You right.
Facts. I know some of y'all listening might be like, yeah, well, damn, yo, he right. And some of y'all listening might be like, oh, that's not a real, nah, eat a dick. You know what I'm saying? If you're a girl like that, that's on you, bro. You're a better man than me. That's all I'm saying. Because I ain't that man. But, yeah, man, y'all got any thoughts on, any other thoughts on this?
We gotta see what happens, man. That's all I'm gonna say.
I think it's gonna be it.
Who? But I just got one question. Yo. Who's the Punisher, yo?
Oh, man, yo, he was on there lying like a motherfucker, yo. Nah, he lied about his name though, but I think he's telling the truth about everything. Oh, he's the one I said about the that he pulled up and the warm water and the oils.
Oh, so that's him. That was him. Okay,
Yeah, that's his story. But he's a stripper, like stripper dude, some black bald dude, stripper, and he don't do that no more though. I think he's like a club owner now and shit.
Okay.
Like, he owns his own shit, but he wrote a book. I think, what's it called? Looking for My Meat or some shit. He wrote a book about erectile dysfunction, some shit like that. He said he couldn't get it up I think the first time or some shit.
Oh.
He was supposed to some shit. He's telling the whole story, but I mean, look into that if you want. If you're interested, if not, come back to us. We'll give you the updates, man. We'll keep you up to date on that shit. I think right now it's weekend, so they're not in court. Oh no. No. They should be in court still, but they came back. But I haven't heard anything new. So I mean, what we do, we'll definitely bring y'all up to date. As of right now, Casie done, Kid Cudi done.
Yeah, but they had Casie in there for like days, right?
Yeah.
Damn.
They had to get her out of the way because of what's it called? Because she was about to pop any time. Like if they would have waited longer, if they would try to have her later on, she would not have been available because she'd be,
with the
having
kid and whatnot.
shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, and I mean, I think I had some. Oh, the husband shit, right? As a husband, right? Could y'all do it? Like, could y'all be with somebody that's been through some trauma like that?
No.
Yeah, honestly, no.
I
To have somebody's like past traumas and have that weigh on you, even though you had nothing to do with that, you weren't there. I don't think that's fair for your mental. That's how I see it. So I couldn't put myself through that. Nah. What about you?
Nah.
Why not though?
Cause that's crazy. Like,
Even if you knew you could get the millions.
nah, I'm lying like shit. Yeah.
But yeah, not for me. I couldn't do it. Nah, that's too much. That's too much weighing on you. There's no way. What about you?
Oh hell no, bro! I'm not trying to be. Nah, if that man hired me to what's it called, to train her and shit, I do my job. Maybe I go about my day, dog. You know what I mean? As soon as she start telling me sob stories, some dudes out here they just rescue, Superman out here, but I'm not one of them.
Yeah, I don't have a cape. I'm sorry, I can't do it.
Never mind. I'm just not that, I'm just not that. I'll be realistic with myself. So I'm very logical. I will look at the whole situation and be like, yeah, nah, I can't even provide you this lifestyle eventually. I'll be like, eventually you're going to leave me anyway, so what's the point?
Right.
You know what I mean?
I already got my millions.
Word.
That's what I'm saying.
Shit, I might hit it once or twice.
Right. That's how I'm thinking about it.
I wouldn't keep you though, You already got some wild shit going on in your life. If he's really doing all that shit to you, come on now.
That's what I'm saying.
Come on now. How I look.
Like, you don't wife a, but then again, that's what I'm saying. Like, he didn't even know. You think he knew?
Some of this, I think he knew some of the.
Okay, so he was the one that was training her for the joint, right?
No. He was just training her to get her
Right.
in shape.
Yeah, to get her right for the joint. That's what I'm saying.
But he didn't know about the zone.
But he didn't know about it.
He didn't know
Okay.
about it. But he was there just to be her personal trainer to get her in shape. Right. So basically what she's saying, he's there to get her ready for the free calls because the stamina.
Right.
But yeah, I think over the years she's told him things. I don't think she told him everything.
Right.
Because it's like,
Because that's your husband at the end of the day. Like,
yeah, you still got
there's a certain perception, like, what I'm trying to say. Certain women like to hold
And I'm
Spanish.
I'm sure she didn't. She told him about some of the free calls, but probably didn't tell him the crazy details that we're finding.
Like the
out
gory
now.
details, like everything that's going on. Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, it's you might know some things, but you don't know some things though. You know what I mean? So
I wonder what's going on in his head right now.
30 million.
True.
Say you already in it. You know what I mean, that I feel.
And you feel me? Like, women is kind of highlighting him as the bright spot. So fake, like, he fake winning in a way. You about to get millions, and girls is like, oh, all right, like, what I'm trying to say, you hold it down.
He stepped up.
That's what I'm saying. That's how girls want to look at it. Or, but I mean, you gotta like navigate through all that. Like, hell no,
right.
Like, you a treesh, you a barber.
Oh, God, bro.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You feel me? Wait till she get the bread or whatever, and then you feel me? Let y'all get into something. She act like you never like been there for her. Act in court, like, what I'm trying to say. Now she got her money.
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say? Like,
Hey, I mean, you marry her before she
right?
gets bread.
Because women loyal to their feelings. So you feel me?
Facts.
Like, let something go wrong. All right, fuck it. Like, thank you for holding it down, but I got these millions now. I don't need you. On to the next. Like, you know what I'm saying? Survival of the fittest out here. Telling you.
Yeah, man. It's just, like you said, married to their feelings, man. Whatever's in the moment. So. That's
But real men know, like, he corny though.
He a cornball. For
Yeah,
sure.
real men know he corny.
That dude a cornball for sure, yo. Without a doubt. Like that's you can only. I mean, I guess some women say he's a real man though.
That's what I'm
Being able to
saying.
take it.
Yeah, but it's women.
In reality though, that dude's a cornball, man.
Whoever respect what women say.
That's great.
Yeah, cornball for real. And even like most girls that would even be like, oh yeah, he's this and that. Like they probably wouldn't even stay with dude like that. You know
Nah,
what I mean?
no.
Like in the world, if Diddy would have treated Casie better, bro, you'd have, yeah. Like their last, he hadn't. That's when in court they were kind of people when they read the messages off, right, of their last interactions and shit when they hadn't seen each other in years, where it was just like he texted her like, "Oh, congrats on the baby," blah blah blah, and she was like, "Oh, what she said, if I can remember correctly." Like she thanked him, and then she said that, oh, she wouldn't be in this beautiful part of her life without him. They read that in court. And to me, it's like, yo, bro, like the key.
Yeah, exactly.
Key's still there. The door will open for them. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, and those are parts where I don't think her husband knew. Like, you don't know. Like, this why I be like, I don't fuck with girls with baby dads, right? It's because you'll as the next dude, you will never know about that text message. If the baby dad or a dude like Diddy texts her like, "Yo, I'm so happy for you, congrats," and you know, da 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 da. You won't know that. Oh, you're the reason why I'm in this part of my life, which he is because he hired the dude. You know what I'm saying? She got babies now because of Diddy, literally because you hired the guy that took her away from you. So she's right. You know what I mean? And I don't think nobody really looks at that when in the court they obviously didn't look at that. And I wish she probably should have said that. If I was her, I'd been like, yeah. Tell him that you wrote that message because he's the reason why you met your husband. That's a good comeback for that shit. When they read it in court, like, oh, you said this to him, but you know, but yeah, like for you know, like for me, it's like I don't really, I don't know. I'm just this whole Diddy shit. I don't know, man. I don't know, but yeah, in the end, it still seemed like she still had love for him, and he could have. Even in the years after, he could have definitely, if you want to talk like that, he could have definitely done anything.
Of course.
I mean, because every time he texted her, it was positive. He would text her something positive, she would always reply, bro. Like the one she was like, "Oh, I had to take some time to think before she replied." I'm 100% sure her husband doesn't know that message went out. You know what I mean? That's why you never want to be that guy because there's always gonna be things held from you.
Of course.
And that's reality. The baby dad could say some wild shit that she will never tell you. That's facts. You know what I mean? Even if she deletes it or doesn't really egg it on or doesn't lead it on. If he comes and he's like, "Yo, beautiful, I miss the days that we used to, you know, do this and do that when we went here, and you know, those are the best times." If a girl's baby dad texts you that shit, or text her that shit, and you know, she's like reminiscing on that shit, she's never gonna tell you that. She's gonna reply and then boom, delete that shit and then that's it. And this is why I think he's finding out shit like this that he didn't know that she replied to him years later. Like he didn't know that the night that she's saying that she got raped, like she was with dude. She was dating dude when she went to go see Diddy. And Diddy, like they literally came out and said that he was calling her husband was calling her phone. He was FaceTiming her and she ignored it because she was in bed with Diddy. You know what I'm saying? Like shit like that, he didn't know. Now you just finding out that your girl was cheating on her. Like, oh shit, like, yeah, man. But 30 million fixes all that. 30 million fixes everything, man. If she cheat on you and she said 30 million, you good?
I'm more than good.
You good, right? What about you? You see, if you go to court, if some shit like this happen, you go to court and they like, you find out she was cheating on you when y'all was dating. Like before y'all got married.
Second you get the money, give me half and I'm gone.
You leaving?
I'm leaving. I give him my half.
Hell no, I need it all. That's emotional distress.
Okay, that's what I said.
it all,
I'm
right.
already deep in it. Like,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I ain't going nowhere. Fuck that. We spending all this.
You done embarrass me in front of the public.
Word, yo. That dude's a crazy
Defamation of character. All that.
Yeah. I'm saying, man. Like I wouldn't go nowhere. I ain't take half. Hell no. We spend the whole 30. Fuck that. Now we building the whole mansion for the family. I need 2 rooms for every year that you cheated, yo. You know what I mean? Shit, fuck that.
Oh my goodness.
That's the only way I'm getting over it. But yeah, man. I got anything left on this, or are we just moving on to some other shit?
We gotta move on. It's been an hour.
No, that's facts. All right. Talk about the Tory Lanez shit. All right. So Tory Lanez got he got stabbed up in prison. They saying for no reason.
It's a damn shame.
Which I think Rock Nation behind the shit. But
That's what they saying.
It's a
that's what
damn
they saying.
shame.
I believe it. I believe Rock Nation behind this shit. But yeah, man, got stabbed up, and they trying to freeze Tory, man. What y'all got? What's your thoughts?
They moved them right from that spot.
Yeah,
They had to,
transfer
bro.
them.
Yeah.
I'm surprised they haven't released name a dude that or maybe they.
Nah, they did. Yeah,
Dude,
he
that's
looked
not
like a gang member. He said something about like Tory's trying to get at him first.
Oh
Some
yeah,
bullshit like that.
I heard that.
Yeah.
He called into. I didn't believe that it was really him because it was like, what he called into a radio station or some shit. Or I think there was some audio and shit of him saying it. Some shit. Anyway, either way, yeah, cap. Yeah. They got hired. Somebody hired him. Could've
Because
Meg.
why all of a sudden he got stabbed up, and then the next day new evidence came out that like, you know what I'm trying to say?
They said
Yeah,
that.
they have new evidence saying like, nah, it wasn't him that shot the gun. And
Right.
he was about to be like let out.
Who said it was the? It was the.
Nah,
It was the
like, this shit
bodyguard.
on the news. They
The
came out
reporter.
right
So they had
and said it.
his team got what's her name? The best friend's security came out
Yeah.
and told him like, yo, she said that she shot her, blah blah blah. They hit up Meg, like I think a reporter hit up Meg for some Meg's Peoples and Rock Nation for comments a week before Tory got shot up.
Oh,
Or
stabbed
up.
Stabbed up.
It was literally the next day. He got stabbed up. Then the next day they said they have new evidence about him. So,
Right.
like,
No, they were sitting on that evidence for like a week.
Yeah.
oh,
Yeah, like they knew, but they weren't.
but they didn't put it out to the
they didn't
public.
put it out to the
Right.
public until
That's
after he got stabbed up.
Exactly. So obviously, like that means there's a higher power. You know what I'm trying to say? Orchestrating shit. Because what is the coincidence?
Right.
Yeah, not for sure. Yeah, definitely. Crazy coincidence, man.
Right.
But
Coincidence? I think
I'm
not.
about to say, is it a coincidence though?
yeah, no, I think Rock Nation they definitely orchestrated this shit. Like in some sense, Tory didn't really help himself, and like I think he thought he was gonna get off because I think a girl came out and was like, oh, he was gonna throw a party. He invited her to a party, and it was for like his innocent party type shit when they were on trial. Like, he rushed it. I feel like he rushed it because he didn't think that there was no way they was gonna lock him up for all the lies that Meg told and all this and that.
Right.
So I think in his mind he thought there was no way, but he should have slowed that shit down though. He was trying to get
He
out.
should have
before
took the
Christmas.
stand.
Nah, he should have slowed it down and actually went through with the whole thing. He rushed it. That's where he fucked up. He rushed that whole shit, bro. Because he didn't. The driver pulled up on the last day. They didn't put him on the stand. He didn't go on the stand himself. He didn't. They didn't do the gun test shit. All that shit. Like he didn't go through the whole trial because if they didn't finish before Christmas, he wasn't gonna get out. Like he thought we could rush it so I could get out before Christmas and shit.
He should have took his time.
And he should just took. He would have been locked up in there after. Like they would have had a whole Christmas break, and then the people would have came back. They just rushed that shit, and he should have just took the time. You should just sat in there, bro. You know what I mean, hindsight obviously is easy to say that, but it's like for me, I think he should just took his time. You know what I mean?
Especially if you know you're innocent.
Yeah, you should have took your time, man. Like now you gotta do 10 years, but you should have completely took your time with that shit. You know what I mean? And that's where he fucked up. He rushed it. And I'm sure he didn't think, obviously he didn't think because he was going to throw a party, but he didn't think he was going to be locked up. And yeah, I don't think, in reality, I don't think he's the one that shot the shit. I think the best friend did. And like
The story makes sense too.
like the bodyguard said,
That's really crazy though to really boom your best friend over some dick.
what you mean?
Kelsey.
Girls fight over that shit all the time.
That's what I'm saying. That's really crazy. Like, you feel me? Like,
it?
Nah, if you think about it, because like Meg, dad put her on. Like this chick is responsible for making you bread.
No, but she said Meg been doing her dirty like that for a long time, man. Fucking all the dudes. You know the girl that be fucking all the niggas that her best friend get, yo. Come on, man. We all know that.
Yeah, but damn.
Yeah. What you mean? And she really liked dude. And
guess so.
Meg was flying out, not even telling her security.
Just as a nigga, like I can't see myself doing that. Like I would never do that. Like, you know what I'm trying to say, trick myself out of position because of a woman. So when a woman do that, it'd be like, nah, that's really crazy.
Oh, you just said women are married to their emotions.
Nah, no, for sure. But I'm saying like logically, like that's really crazy to me.
But just like you said, logic and emotion is two different things.
I'm a nigga though.
Yeah, I know. I hear you. Oh no, I hear you.
I'm saying
I know.
like what they doing is wild.
Yeah.
Like it blew my mind. You feel me?
Nah,
You
for
just
sure. I agree with that shit. You know, like I think it's crazy to shoot at, but I feel like women, some women that can't control their emotions in situations like that, and then them being drunk on top of that,
no, for sure.
they're not gonna make the best decisions off that shit. You arguing like because they said they heard women arguing. Two women are screaming at each other. That's what witnesses said. Women are screaming at each other and shit. So if you hear that, boom. You know what I mean, get their hand on the weapon and boom, boom. Try to shoot at her.
And then it's just unfortunate that Tory was caught in the middle of
He was
that.
on some player shit though.
He
He know what he was doing and still had them together.
I
Then
get
trying to
it.
get at Kylie. Damn.
But then a gun went off, and he just happened to be there, and it's easy to blame the guy.
I mean, I don't know. For me, like, it's impossible to believe, man. Yo, all them lies. You know what I mean? One second you trying to save black men, the next second you want them locked up and dead in prison. Like it's, you know what I mean? That's crazy to me. But you know, like to me, I don't know how you get into the car after he shot you and shit, and then you be like, oh nah, he didn't do anything, and then all of a sudden flip it around. Now it's like, yo, you aggressively being like, I want that man to be locked up and to die in prison. Like that's crazy to me, bro. Like no type of like fame or notoriety could want me to never try to do that to another person. You know what I'm saying? Like that, I can't even picture like the quick transformation, the 360 off. Yo, I want to make sure that they don't lock a black man up to lock this black man up and kill him. It's crazy to me, bro. Like that transformation. I'm like, what the fuck did they offer you for you to be able to just flip that quick for you to be like, yo, you know what I mean? Lock his ass up. Don't give a fuck. Put him under the jail. Don't give a fuck what happens to him. And it's not even really shot. Like nobody shot anybody, bro.
Right.
Like you got bullet fragments. You know what I'm saying? Shit ricocheted off something and hit your big ass foot. Like if your foot wasn't that big, it probably wouldn't have caused all that damage. But either way, you know what I mean? All jokes aside, it's like to me, it's like if you watch, if anybody, I'm sure somebody on YouTube created the you know how that whole sequence went, all the shit what she was saying from the beginning to what she's saying now is like a crazy transformation of, and that's what he's saying. Like women are married to their emotions because in that moment it's like, yo, we're gonna save Tory so that they don't kill him, but now it's like, yo, kill that nigga. You know what I mean? Like that's crazy. Like to me, what did they offer you?
That's
Because
what I'm saying.
the public don't believe you, bro. Like you know what I mean? The public ain't. For me, what I see, most dudes don't really fuck with her. You know what I'm saying? And some of them girls that fuck with Tory is like, yo, nah, that bitch is lying. And anybody logical knows she's lying.
Right.
You literally went on live TV and lied about your pussy. Like that's crazy.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's wild. On live TV, it's wild. So to me, it's like that's I don't know. It's tough, and I don't think he did it though. I don't think he did it.
I don't think he did it either. It's a damn shame what happened, yo.
I don't think he did it. He ain't help himself. That's another thing I think. He could have done better to help himself. And I get it. You know what I mean? You can't as a rapper, and I think at the time 6ix9ine had just come out and shit. You can't be a snitch or whatever. Like you can't snitch on a female, this and that, whatever. But you should have put your driver on the stand, bro. I think that shit would have helped him.
Nah, they said he fleeted though.
He did, but
Right.
on the last day he pulled up. And Tory decided not to put him on stand. They asked him if he wanted to, and he said no. He should just put him on stand.
Yeah, should have.
Yeah, because
That corroborated his
Yeah.
story.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah, you should put him on. You should put him on.
Yeah, but it's not Tory's fault. The lawyers need to know that.
If your lawyers work for you,
Exactly. If he says no at the end of the day,
I think we should put him on. And you like,
So
nah,
why he not represent himself? Let his lawyer do the work. You paying millions and millions of dollars.
nah, you paying them, but they
have to do what you say. Yeah, they just have to do what you say.
Yo, we think he should go on, and you the one that got the money. Like, nah, I'm good. Don't put him on. It's gonna take even longer.
That's stupid. That's not logical though. Because if I'm
You're
paying
right.
millions
No.
of dollars, I need you make the decision.
Not you're 100% right, but at the end of the day, Tory has final say.
That sounds good, but then when you're dealing with people with money and ego, bro,
Yeah, exactly.
it don't sound too good. There's some people that will, like Diddy right now, right? I'm 100% sure he probably has no input on what his lawyers are doing.
Time out. So you mean to tell me you think Young Thug was like directing Brian Steele?
If he told Brian Steele, yo, I don't want you to. If Brian Steele was like, yo, Thug, this is what I want you. This is what I think will work. And Thug was like, nah, we're not doing that. He's paying him, bro. He has to listen.
So the thing is, the lawyer's advising. He's not giving direction.
They're telling you.
They're giving you advice.
Yo, this is the best thing. Now, if
you have to make that final call.
If a lawyer, if they tell you, yo, you
I don't know what the final call is. That's what I'm paying you.
No, but the thing is, it's up to you.
But they're your advisors, bro.
Yeah, they're advisors.
You control it because you're paying them. They work for you. You gotta remember that they work for you.
Yeah, you got to make that final
You
call.
make the call, bro. You know what I mean? Some people have egos, bro. You're dealing with people with egos and shit.
Like, you know how it is. Somebody will tell you what to do, and you think you know best.
Yeah.
So you're going to do what you want to do.
I don't think we need them because we're going to win the case anyway.
Exactly.
Fuck it. I want to go home to my kids.
I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. Right.
Like, don't get me wrong. Like, what you're saying is right. Logic, right? But see, not ego sometimes just overtakes
and
that.
if you sit in the court, and in his mind, if he thinks he's winning, right? If he thinks that, yo, my lawyers did enough to get me off, we don't need this guy to go on a stand to waste more time. Fuck it. Let's just take it to jury, yo.
Because like you said, he's trying to get home before the holidays.
He brought his kids there. He brought his dads was there and shit. Yeah, man. He thought he could come home, bro. Yeah. So you tell your lawyer, yeah, nah, we good.
Nah, you're right, because they either tell you could take it to trial, you can't.
Yeah.
And that's already them advising you, like,
Exactly.
word. So I know what you're saying.
Like, even when you watch some of them shows where they be talking like plea bargains and all that, like they'll advise you, hey, maybe you should do this.
Exactly.
At the end of the day, it's
Like,
up
we
to
caught
you
a case
whether.
right now, a lawyer be like, oh, they trying to give y'all 60 days, or y'all take it to trial, and you could end up with 5 years if you lose. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. It's like, oh, all right. They just laying it out there. You know what I mean? Or it'd be like, oh, this is the best we could do. We don't think that going to court or going to trial is going to be in your best interest. And then you'd be like, you know what? Fuck that, nigga. We taking it to court.
Yep.
That's on you.
That's on you, yeah.
Not on them. They laid out the options. They advise you.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you can go to court, you win. There's times when dudes be like, I be watching murder trials and shit, and motherfuckers would literally be like, oh, they'll give you 5 years, and people would literally be like, oh, nah, fuck it, we're gonna go to court, and they'll go to court and win. I mean, in spite of what their lawyer says and shit.
Like, remember, it's just advice at the end of the day. You never know what's gonna happen.
I'm thinking that happened in the beginning. Like, you know what I'm trying to say? Like, they advise you in the beginning, but when you in court, is like the lawyers doing like the research and
Of course, yeah, they do all that. They do.
Right.
But
Yeah, no,
dude showed up on the last day, and they allowed. They were like, "Yo, y'all want him up here?" He said, "No."
Tory said no.
How was that? Now you sent him in prison. I mean, but he did say that his lawyer was working for Rock Nation, though. So, sleaze. I think they gave him.
He might have been asked out anyway.
Yeah, they gave him the. Yeah, I think he got shafted big time though. But free Tory though.
Nah,
Yeah.
but Diddy got Brian Steele, right?
Yeah, bro. Still.
He's tough. You need to clap it up for him. That nigga's tough. I ain't gonna lie.
He is though.
Word.
He is though.
Tough. I just be watching how he be like
Why self
moving, right? Like how he be moving, it's thorough
got Young Thug out, man.
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
He spent his jail time.
Spin his
with
jail, like you know what I'm saying? He real.
Yeah, when a motherfucker paying you
That's
that
what
much,
I'm
they paying you the bread.
He
bro,
was
you
walking
gonna
in the
spend
court and someone asked him, "Who's your favorite artist?" He said, "Jeffrey."
Yep. That's the only artist I know, bro.
Right.
Yeah, man. I bet you that motherfucker Thug locked in for life, bro. Like if a motherfucker
Right.
like that got me off, bro,
Right.
we
Gotta
locked
be.
in, son. No matter what you need, I got you.
Nah, facts.
I mean, you just gave my freedom back. There's no money that won't be. You know what I mean? Yeah, bro. Sure, they locked in and shit. Now you trying to help get Diddy up. But they would.
So that's probably why he said what he said about Cudi, because you said that's the guy that's representing Diddy too.
Yeah.
That's probably why.
But he, you know what I mean, still, yeah, he's tough though. He's tough. If I had bread and I needed somebody, I'll get Steel. Bro. Yeah, why said Steel, man? But yeah, I got any more on that or not?
Free my guy, man. Damn.
Yeah, free Tory, man. Free Tory. Hopefully they free him. Hopefully whatever all the other evidence they find, that they get him off on it. Cause I think he's been locked up too long. Anyway.
So I just got one question. So with all this false information coming out, so when does the women take accountability and all this?
Never.
They don't.
It's a damn shame.
Water to oil, bro.
It's crazy.
Never. Yeah, ain't no way, bro. That's just the world, man.
Yeah, that's what it is.
You ever try to you ever had two magnets when you try to push them together
And they gonna keep going.
yeah
Yeah.
You ever seen that shit?
Right.
That shit
And
when
they
you was a
don't-
kid.
right.
They won't
Don't click.
connect.
Right.
That's accountability in women, bro.
That's crazy.
Yeah, fuck that. Hell nah. They said accountability. Even if it came plainly out that was like, if there was a video that came out and that this motherfucker ain't do it, you think she gonna sit in front of us and be like, oh, I'm sorry, I should. Hell
No.
She gonna be like, oh, I still got shot. I just didn't see who did it. That's all it's gonna be, bro. You know what I mean? I was telling you guys what they told me to say. That's all it was be, bro. Like, yeah, it wouldn't be real, man. Never. Can't ever be like, oh, I'm sorry, I did it. It was my fault. I lied on him. Nah. She definitely lied on him though. There's proof everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, but yeah, man. All right. What time is it? I get going, man. Don't have you heard, yo?
You want to talk about the NBA real quick?
Oh yeah, playoffs. Damn, I don't even know who's winning right now. My shit went off.
Give me 1 second.
We deep in the playoffs right now.
I know last time I checked, Indiana was up 5. It's there, still up 5.
Trash. How much is left?
There's what, 4 minutes in the third? Yeah.
Gotcha.
Who y'all think going to the finals, man?
I think Thunder about to take it.
Yeah, it's Thunder in Indiana, man.
Yeah.
I mean, what the fuck, man? Yeah, Thunder in Indiana.
Yeah, I mean, it's not over, but they
What's
doing their
looking
thing.
I got the Thunder and the Knicks in the
I
finals,
don't think
man.
Knicks gonna get it, man. What quarter is it right now?
Third. They still got time.
I mean, Cat could turn up, but Brunson been ball hugging like a motherfucker. I don't know. Like right now, I ain't liking the way Brunson playing, bro. If they went to finals, they get busted.
The thing is, what I've learned watching the Knicks this playoffs, if the game's within 20, the game ain't over yet. So that's why I'm not saying nothing.
Yo, though, they just like they don't look like a cohesive team when Brunson is just like dribbling the hell out of that ball, man. You know what I mean? And then the Pacers, like they got it next. The reason why, like last game, they slowed the game down, right? Slow the game way down because the Pacers suck at doing that half court offense shit.
Yeah, they like going up and down the court.
They're a fast break team, bro.
Yeah.
That's how they get all the points. So if you're just stagnant, like where is just like Brunson is getting the ball, he's dribbling, and then if he misses, boom, them niggas is running the opposite way. Everybody gotta get back. Like they just don't look cohesive when they playing basketball, bro. And then when he was on the bench, when they
played better.
They played better, bro. To be honest, they were +9, bro, when he was on the bench.
Even game 1, when they went up like 17, they did that without him. The second he came back in the game, that's when they started playing goofy.
He needs the ball in his hand too much, bro. Like, so to me, it's just, I don't know. I have to switch some shit up. Let him sit on the bench a little longer than he needs to. But yeah, they just more cohesive when he's off the floor. Because then, I mean, they go to Cat more and shit like that. So I don't know.
Yeah, the Western Conference, I think Minnesota's outmatched. They got lucky. Steph got hurt last round. I don't think they would have beaten Golden State if Steph was playing. That's just me.
Ass. Oh shit, WNBA's on, man. Gotta go catch the sky. Got their ass bust up again.
We gonna talk about them too?
Let's talk about that, man.
So the WNBA is back, by the way.
Oh, shout out to ladies, man.
Yeah.
That game is ass. But still shout out to the ladies, man. It don't even compare. Yo, when they say the women need to get paid like the men,
No.
all I'm gonna say is watch. Watch the 2 games. In the NBA, let me tell y'all something, right? In the NBA, right? You go to certain stadiums, certain nights. You go. If the other team gets a air ball, everybody in the stadium gets free chicken. Literally. That's yeah, bro. That's a thing. Now, if you go to WNBA per game, it's at least 15 air balls per game, bro. At least. Mm-hmm. I watch the game, so don't even be like oh, not. I literally watch these games.
You probably watch these games more than the people that will judge you.
I'm sitting at work with my phone on my shit with the games on. Literally, I've been watching since they came back. I've watched all of Caden's games. I try to watch Angel Reese's games, but she trash.
Yeah, we got to talk about that. So go ahead.
I be watching these games, you know, and I'm telling you, you can't get paid the same, bro. You just can't.
Yeah, can't.
Skill wise, it's not even close.
Right, and audience wise,
fuck the audience wise, bro. Skill wise,
All right. So the thing is with the audience, it depends on who's playing. So you saw Caden Clark got hurt.
Oh, bro.
Oh, the ratings is going down. I'm gonna just tell you that right
bro,
now.
They're
going down.
They had to change stadiums. I don't know.
Yeah, because they were supposed to play at where the Bulls play at. That's that game that was supposed to be over there.
We going back.
They're going back to wherever they was playing at before.
Nobody watching.
Ain't nobody gonna see that.
I'm still watching. All right. I'm invested now. I'm a fan.
I think they said the ticket prices went
And that's
down from
why-
like 80 something to like $25.
Now we could get courtside, baby. We back. Yo, last year we got.
She ain't gonna be watching nothing.
Bro, I'm telling you, last year we got courtside. Courtside was only $200 for 2 tickets, bro. Last year we got courtside. This year we're getting courtside again because Caitlin's out, or whenever she comes. She'll be out for at least 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I seen her. I seen her shooting some. I'm so invested. I even watch when she's practicing. Mm-hmm. She was shooting threes with at this gym, some local gym, not here, but wherever she's at. And some young boys was catching the rebounds for her. She wasn't really missing, but either way, when she did, young boys was catching the rebounds. But yeah, she's great, yo. And her counterpart, I can't even say her counterpart, but Reese is trash.
She is delusional. She has this thought in her head that she thinks she's on Caitlin Clark's level. I don't know who's putting this in her head. They need to stop.
That's funny.
I'm dead serious.
is
The one
delusion.
game. She was like 07.
What future say she? Delulu.
Yeah, she was 07. They said it was the WNBA record. There was nobody that ever missed that many shots from that close.
Look, we don't call her rebounds. We call them me bounds. That's what the WNBA calls them. Mm-hmm. Me bounds, because that's all she does is miss her own shots and grab her own rebounds. That's all it is. She's ass. She literally scored. She went over.
Yeah.
She had a 0.
She had 2 points. She had 2 points on free throws.
We don't count the free throws. She had 0 points from the floor in 28 minutes of a women's basketball game. It's impossible, bro.
Have you seen her stats? She's averaging like 7 points and averaging like almost 15
And
rebounds.
her team is getting. Teams have never been blown out like this. Her team is getting blown out crazy. I think soon she has to be benched.
Nah, but I saw she's jacking like, you know what I'm trying to say? She's trying to retire.
Who's trying to retire?
Angel Reese. She said that.
Oh, she should.
Yeah.
She,
The thing is,
skill.
have you been watching? Like, so when she like misses these shots,
No, I really don't watch. I ain't
no,
gonna
but
lie.
here's she be having like 2 or 3 teammates calling for the ball. They're open, and she's still trying to shoot on people.
Give it to my girl Cardoso. All right, that's all you got to do.
I think she's out. I think she's
she's
checked
leaving.
out. Yeah, she's checked out. She's not trying to put up with this
She'll
no
be
more.
walking away whenever Angel gets on this me bounds shit that she be doing. She'll just walk to the other side of the court. She'll start walking and shit. Like, yo, she's bugging. I'm walking. She just start walking.
Because this thing is starting to affect other. So that because now they're trying to say, oh,
they
Cardoso's
suck.
not as good. But it's like, yo, if she's the one getting all the shots and doing.
Look, Angel Reese don't get no blocks. No, I don't understand how you that big compared to other people and you don't get no blocks, bro. No blocks, only gets me bounds, and
Me bound.
and she can't score, right? What were you doing all summer? She was podcasting. Mm-hmm. This is Paul George of the WNBA. Facts. Facts. That's it. She's
Bro, you know what I've noticed too? So on my algorithms, there's been reels where dudes will bet on Angel Reese missing her first shot.
Oh,
And they're hitting like crazy.
bro, you
that's like a guarantee now.
should. That ass. I mean, there's a game tonight after this. I gotta be somewhere, but I'm gonna definitely put it on. I'm watching because you gotta watch. I'm still a fan. I like her. I like her personality. Right. You know what I mean, she could be. I feel like she's riding Caitlin Clark's coattails at this point.
Right.
Because she don't deserve, like, skill wise, these two girls are not even in the same stratosphere. Like, you shouldn't even mention them when you talk about basketball. Not even in the same sentence because it's not even close. But the media loves her so much that they'll try and do that shit. But in reality, they're not even close
Nah, I just think you're trying to put two women together
against
each other. My
They're trying to do like a Magic and Bird type
Yeah,
thing.
Exactly.
But you got to be skilled.
and it's
Exactly.
working because Angel biting on the bait. You see how she tried to check her?
Bro. Yeah,
Right.
over a simple ass fucking
Foul. It's a take foul.
Yeah, bro.
Word.
You seen that whole nonsense that ended up happening with Ryan Clark and RG3?
Bro, I had that on the list.
I can't keep up with
Thank
the
you for
drama.
reminding me. Bro, Ryan Clark, you a goofy, bro. I know you apologize. It still doesn't save you from you being a goofy. That's the most goofiest shit I've seen. If I was RG3, bro, the minute you mention my wife, yo, it's are you willing to die for my wife? Because I am. You know what I'm saying? Are you? Or that's all I would ask. Because After that, we don't have to talk about anything else. There's anything that was said previous to that doesn't matter. Now, you mentioned my wife. Are you willing to die for this? Because I am.
It's on site.
That's it. That's what I'll tell him. I'll be like, oh, bro, like, you apologize to her specifically. I don't apologize to me. To her specifically. I'll be on some other shit. The minute I get married, don't fuck with me, bro. I'll be on some dumb shit. I'll be dummy mission anytime. Because it becomes, that piece becomes one. So if any disrespect to that, that's me. Disrespect to me and mine. So, like, I'd be going crazy.
And we've had this conversation before too. It's like also because what he say something like, oh, he can't explain to them his kids the struggle that black women go through.
This man has black parents.
Yeah,
RG3 has black parents. So I don't know what the fuck you talking about. That he can't have these conversations. He has black family. I don't even.
It's like those dumb people that be saying, oh, white women can't give birth to black babies.
But the one thing is, it came out and his own former teammates came out and said, yo, bro, you have a white baby mom.
Exactly.
What are you talking about, bro? These niggas is what Future said. The Lulu. These niggas be hella the Lulu, bro. That's some YN shit. But these motherfuckers be delusional as hell. Just saying anything. You don't like the man, cool.
Right.
The minute you bring somebody's wife into a situation, bro, you should get your head beaten.
I hate when people try to justify it too. When they be like, "Oh, well, he had her sitting in the background." That don't mean anything.
Don't matter, yo.
She wasn't bothering nobody.
Wasn't bothering nobody, bro. She's sitting there sipping her tea or whatever she was sipping. Just let her be. He was talking. She wasn't talking. She ain't say nothing on the situation. But this man going disrespect, bro. I'm telling you, man. If I was RG3, bro, ain't nothing else to be said, bro.
Only thing I don't agree with RG3
I'll
with,
slap you, bro. Every time I see you.
was trying to get that man fired from ESPN.
Yes, fire that man. What the fuck, bro? You mentioned my wife, bro. When it comes to that, there is no end to that. There's no end to that. I wouldn't, bro. I'm telling you right now. Do not fuck with me when I get married because there will be no end to it. Like, I swear to you, there will be no end to that. That would be, don't talk about me, my kids, or my wife because there's no end to it. I'm willing to die for them.
Nah, I hear you.
My question would be, are you?
I hear you.
And if you're not, then shut the fuck up. And that's all it will be.
I feel you.
After that, there will be no end, bro.
But I don't feel, like I said, I don't think it cost him his job, but it's like I need to see you one on one.
His job.
I need to see you one on one. That's my whole
Cost him
thing.
his life. I need to be on some Shaq shit. Find out everything I can. Like Shaq was trying to find about Shannon Sharp. I'm putting money on this motherfucker. I need to find out what he like. If he on some Diddy shit.
Oh my goodness.
Who has information, bro? Like, cause there'll be no end to that shit, man. That's disrespectful, bro. I don't fuck with niggas that do weird shit like that. If you got a problem with a man, deal with the man. When you start talking about his wife and his family, that's different, bro. That's different. You, like RG3 said, yo, there's a line you don't cross, and this nigga ran across that shit. Like, you should get slapped back for that shit. I'll smack this man. Fuck that. I'm getting mad for another nigga.
I'm glad you said it.
Shit. I put myself in the shoes, man. I was like, man, what the fuck, bro?
Yeah, nah, Ryan Clark was way out of line. That was it was unnecessary to even come at his
corny,
wife,
man. And then he came back and apologized like a cornball. To me, also, I respect you as a man. You said it, stand on that shit.
Yeah,
Bro.
Yeah, you gotta stand on
that
it.
shit. Don't come back 2 days later because you try to save your fucking job and say some shit. Stand on that shit, man. Be a man, bro. 10 toes.
And I think another problem was that everybody's trying to turn it into like a race thing. I'm like, it had nothing to do with race. It was literally just a foul.
In a minute, we all found out he had white baby moms. It was over. You lost.
Yeah.
Bro. That's an L.
That's why he was walking it back.
Yeah. Can't talk.
You can't talk crazy, and there's the internet.
Can't be like, oh, you got a white wife, and then nigga, you got a white baby moms. What the fuck are you talking about, bro? That's like when ASAP tried to say he fucked Drake's baby moms. Like, bro, he was fucking Rihanna at the same time.
Right.
Like, what are we talking about? Like, these niggas be like, what Future said? Delulu, nigga. These niggas be Delulu all the time. Shit don't make no sense. Anyway, moving on. What's next? Is that wrap up? Are we done?
Yeah, pretty much.
All right, let's do quotes, man. RG3 should smack that nigga, bro. No matter what. No matter even if we apologize. Smack that nigga every time we see him, bro. That shit was wild. I was like, this man, crazy disrespectful, son.
Oh, my bad. I got one thing. So as far as Have You Heard goes, Southwest Airlines, y'all mad corny. So I think we've talked about it before where they're not doing the free check bags no more.
Yeah.
So now they're charging. So first check bag is like $35, and I think any bag after that is $45. So be careful when you fly in Southwest now.
Yeah, word.
Yeah.
All right, who want to go first? You know what? Yo, matter of fact, the only planes that don't crash is Spirit and Frontier. You haven't heard none of them planes crashing on the internet or on the news. Fly Spirit, fly Frontier. We deserve a sponsor for them.
All right. I'm making my business to stay out of everyone else's.
How'd you say that when you're doing a podcast? Because all we do is talk about other people's business. What you got?
You could only fail if you don't try.
I had one that was like that, but I'm gonna change it up now. I'll go another one. All right. 3 things that cannot be long hidden: the sun, the moon, and Diddy parties. Nah, no. That's caps. That's cap. The sun, the moon,
Oh my God.
and the truth. That's from Buddha. You have to bring that back around.
Nah, I got you. Bro, we need a Patreon, yo. There's so many stories I want to tell on here. I can't give them to them for free, though. We need one bad.
I got some guests I wish I could bring on here, yo. I'm telling you, I mean, I know people that got some crazy stories, bro. That's how I be knowing about a lot of shit. It's people that I fuck with.
This story I got to tell y'all off camera. It's
They don't
about
wanna show
something
they-
that happened at my job.
They don't want
Hilarious.
to show their face and shit. So we had one episode where the lady came.
Oh, she was talking
She was talking
crazy.
shit. And we
podcast.
had to do
It had to be. It was a voiceover.
yeah, because it was like she was telling wild
What you
stories.
talking about?
It was a
Wild
lot
sex
of stuff.
shit.
Yeah, it was a lot of stuff. It was wild. Yeah.
Where you found her?
From we did a podcast. Oh, they don't do it anymore, but it's still live. 3 Single Broads. Find that episode.
I remember them. That's
We
done?
did.
You were there. But yeah.
We did their podcast. They did our podcast.
I remember that.
And then one of them had a friend who listened to the podcast and wanted to come on and tell stories, but we couldn't show her face because she was, So listen to that, yo.
Yeah, nah, them stories was crazy.
Yeah. There's no video on that one. I don't know if it's on YouTube.
I think it's on Spotify for sure.
Definitely on Spotify. It might not be on YouTube. It may be, but it's a good one. Make sure you listen to that. Yeah, that one was wild. She was on here telling some wild shit. But yeah, man, you know, I mean, you might have been one of those. I know a lot of people that would love to come and tell stories, but people don't want to show their face. So maybe we'll figure something out. Maybe audio only ones. You know what I mean, for y'all. So yeah, man.
Yeah, I got stories in the tuck. So yeah.
Always got people that be like, "Oh, I want to come on," and then
Oh, they be frauding.
cold feet,
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, don't even get me started.
cold feet, man.
Yo, wrap it up because I'm about to start getting tight all over again. I'm good.
Look at that. Sky already losing, man. Hey, fucking trash.
What's Angel Reese looking like right
0
now?
points. He trash.
Was she like 05 with like 4 rebounds?
Yo, she's just a personality at this point. You know what I'm saying? My guys at work were like, yo, she should do OnlyFans, but these niggas be thinking so short term, bro. It's crazy. I'm like, yo, they're like, oh, she's not getting paid enough. I'm like, bro, her sponsors pay her. She's getting sponsorships.
Yeah, sponsorship.
over
She
the
got
place for her
freaking
podcast.
endorsements.
Yeah,
all that. Yeah.
From her podcast is doing good. I'm like, I'm about to have.
I think what people don't understand, these NIL contracts, they turn into endorsements when they turn professionals.
these motherfuckers
Like, they still get the money coming in.
Speaking about that, though, hold on. Yo, I'm gonna let it run. Shout out to my son, Nick Singleton. He made the cover of NCAA.
Oh, he's on there?
So when you look at it,
Hold on.
you look at NCAA cover, it's a group of people. But in the front, my boy is on the right side, number 10 in Penn State. Shout out to the Canadian Lions.
I know I was talking about going to the game this year. I'm going this year. I'm going.
Sir.
I'm
And
going.
we got Mo's cousins on the team too. Shout out to son. And my son's on the cover. He's gracing the cover, bro.
He's on the bottom right corner.
know
You
how
see him.
crazy that is. Shout out to Nick, yo. Yeah, that's my boy, man. Proud of you, kid. That's what's up. That's what's up. I should have started the show with that. Completely forgot. I just saw that shit this morning too, and I ain't even. But anyway, shout out to him. We'll be at the games this year, as we always do. Mm-hmm. And now we have another reason to go. Mo's cousin is on the team as well, so we're gonna be out there, man, supporting Penn State. I got my Penn State jerseys and shit, my crop jerseys. So ready to go, man.
Yeah, I've always said I want to go to a Penn State game, so I'm definitely trying to pull out.
Shit's
I'm trying to pull
live.
up
The only
this
thing that
year.
sucks is the parking, yo. Every year they take it up. Shit's crazy. Paid $80 to park last year. That's
Damn, $80. Shit.
well, you know what I mean? You know, we still do that thing though. Yo, shout out to Nick, man.
Yeah, for sure.
That shit's fire, man. That shit's fire. But yeah, with that being said, y'all got anything?
Take us out of here.
You gonna come back and tell us how's that Beyonce concert go?
Nah,
You excited for that?
I'm super excited.
That's what's up, man.
You about to do the
Massage your fears.
come on, you don't be
Got my hat though.
you don't be going crazy when you in there.
Nah, I'm gonna keep it peace still, but shit, Beyonce.
Nah, man, say less.
Beyonce, come on, dog.
But as you already know, yo, we appreciate you coming through as always. You know.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, of course.
Sir, yeah, most of y'all know. You know what I mean? If you up right now, stay up, keep pushing. Pushing P, not pushing Diddy. If you down right now, you know what I mean? Hey, if you down right now, make sure you ask for some help if you got it. And hopefully, if you know somebody that's down right now, help them out, man. That's important, you know? We do all this, you know? We live this life. Life is all about decisions. Make the right ones. You make the wrong ones, you might get into some fun shit, but it might cost you in the end. Always think long term. Live for the
Was that the quote?
live for the moment, but always think about tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? That's important. All right. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, you already know. Oh, which button is it? I forget. Nope.
Isn't it the blue one?
Bottomless mimosas. Sir, you already know. We out of here.